For thousands of years, stories of giants have permeated cultures across the globe. From the towering figures in Norse mythology to the Nephilim of biblical texts, tales of colossal humans have been passed down through generations. While these stories have often been dismissed as mere folklore, recent discoveries suggest that they may be rooted in a forgotten chapter of human history. Ancient texts and archaeological findings point to a time when humans were not the average height we see today, but were instead giants, towering over their modern descendants. These giants, standing between 12 and 15 feet tall, walked the earth long before the dawn of recorded history. Their bones, tools, and structures, hidden away by the sands of time, are starting to reveal themselves to modern science. The origins of these giants are shrouded in mystery. Some theories suggest they were the result of a genetic divergence, an evolutionary offshoot that flourished during a time of abundant resources and favorable environmental conditions. Others believe they were the product of ancient experiments, or even the offspring of deities, as depicted in mythological accounts. Regardless of their origin, the existence of giants would have had profound implications for human history and civilization. Archaeologists and researchers have uncovered startling evidence of these ancient giants. Enormous skeletal remains have been found in various parts of the world, from the towering bones unearthed in the mountains of Patagonia to the giant skulls discovered in the caves of North America. These findings, often kept out of mainstream scientific discourse, provide tangible proof of a bygone era dominated by colossal humans. One of the most significant discoveries occurred in the early 20th century, when explorers in the Lovelock Cave in Nevada stumbled upon mummified remains of red-haired giants. These giants, standing over 10 feet tall, were found alongside tools and artifacts that indicated a sophisticated level of technology and culture. Despite the clear implications of these findings, they were quickly suppressed and dismissed as anomalies. In other parts of the world, ancient structures bear the marks of giant builders. The megalithic ruins of Baalbek in Lebanon, with their massive stone blocks weighing hundreds of tons, suggest the involvement of beings with extraordinary strength and stature. Similarly, the Great Pyramids of Egypt and the stone circles of Stonehenge may have been constructed or influenced by these giants, their true history lost to the passage of time. The suppression of evidence regarding ancient giants is not accidental. For centuries, powerful institutions and governments have sought to maintain control over historical narratives, ensuring that certain truths remain hidden. The existence of giants challenges conventional understandings of human evolution and civilization, threatening to upend established scientific and religious doctrines. In the early 1900s, the Smithsonian Institution was accused of covering up the discovery of giant skeletons in North America. Whistleblowers claim that the institution deliberately destroyed these remains to preserve the prevailing narrative of human history. Similar accusations have been leveled at other academic and research institutions worldwide, suggesting a concerted effort to keep the truth about giants hidden. The reasons for this suppression are multifaceted. Acknowledging the existence of ancient giants would force a reevaluation of human history, potentially undermining the authority of established scientific and religious institutions. Additionally, the implications of such a revelation could disrupt societal norms and beliefs, leading to widespread uncertainty and unrest. Despite the concerted efforts to suppress the truth, a growing number of independent researchers and explorers are piecing together the evidence of our colossal ancestors. Through careful analysis of ancient texts, folklore, and archaeological findings, they are constructing a more accurate and comprehensive picture of human history. These researchers are uncovering patterns that point to the widespread existence of giants. From the legends of the Anunnaki in Mesopotamia to the tales of the Jotun in Scandinavia, these giants appear to have played a significant role in shaping early human civilizations. Their influence can be seen in the monumental architecture, advanced technologies, and complex societies that emerged thousands of years ago. As more evidence comes to light, the mainstream scientific community is beginning to take notice. Skeptics are being forced to reconsider their positions, and the once dismissed stories of giants are gaining credibility. The rediscovery of our colossal past is not just a matter of historical curiosity, it has profound implications for our understanding of humanity's place in the world. The hidden history of ancient giants challenges us to rethink everything we know about human evolution, civilization, and our ancestors' capabilities. It is a testament to the enduring power of truth and the resilience of those who seek to uncover it. As we continue to unravel the mysteries of our past, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexity and diversity of the human experience. The story of the ancient giants is a reminder that history is not always what it seems. beneath the surface of accepted narratives lies a world of hidden truths, waiting to be discovered by those with the courage and curiosity to seek them out. In the early 20th century, as archaeology emerged as a scientific discipline, a series of unexplained discoveries began to surface across the globe. These findings, however, were quickly suppressed, ignored, or dismissed by mainstream scholars and institutions. Buried beneath layers of sediment, deep within caves, and hidden in the most remote regions of the world, archaeologists unearthed massive skeletal remains. These skeletons, significantly larger than those of modern humans, bore all the hallmarks of anatomically human beings but stood between 10 and 15 feet tall. Excavations in places like the Nevada Desert in the United States, the mountainous regions of Afghanistan, and the dense jungles of the Amazon yielded startling evidence of these ancient giants. In Lovelock Cave, Nevada, miners reportedly uncovered the mummified remains of red-haired giants, along with tools and artifacts far too large for any normal human to wield. The local Paiute people had long spoken of a race of giant red-haired people, known as the Asiai-Ti-Ka, who once terrorized their ancestors before being driven into extinction. Despite the clear evidence presented by these discoveries, academic institutions and museums quickly intervened. Bones that were initially displayed to the public were quietly removed, and official reports shifted toward more conventional explanations. In many cases, researchers who attempted to publish findings related to these giants were met with skepticism, ridicule, or even threats to their careers. The narrative of human history, as it was taught in universities, left no room for the existence of such beings. Some believe that the suppression of these discoveries was part of a broader conspiracy to maintain the status quo of human origins. If it were acknowledged that a race of giants once roamed the earth, it would call into question many fundamental assumptions about our past. The question remained, why were these giant beings so thoroughly erased from history, and who stood to benefit from the cover-up? The existence of giants is not just a modern phenomenon tied to archaeological discoveries, it is deeply embedded in the mythologies and sacred texts of nearly every ancient culture. From the Bible to the Sumerian tablets, the stories of the giants are told again and again, suggesting that their presence on Earth was a widespread and universal fact. In the Hebrew Bible, the Nephilim are described as giants, the offspring of the sons of God and the daughters of men, Genesis 6:4. These beings were said to have lived before the Great Flood, their extraordinary size and strength contributing to the corruption of the earth. The flood, according to some interpretations, was God's attempt to cleanse the earth of the Nephilim and their influence on humanity. The ancient Greeks also spoke of giants. The Titans, enormous beings who predated the Olympian gods, were said to have once ruled the world in a golden age. The battle between the Titans and the gods, known as the Titanomachy, marked the end of the giants' reign and the beginning of the rule of the Olympians. Similarly, Norse mythology tells of the Jotun, a race of giants who were considered to be rivals of the gods, inhabiting the realm of Jotunheim. In South America, legends of giants were common among indigenous cultures. The Inca believed that giants had once arrived from the sea and built massive stone structures. In fact, some of the largest megalithic structures in the Andes, like the walls of Sacsayhuaman, were said to have been built by these giant beings, their sheer size and weight impossible for ordinary humans to move with the technology of the time. While mainstream historians dismiss these stories as myth or allegory, others believe they are based on real historical events. The repeated presence of giants in ancient cultures suggests that these beings were more than just a figment of the imagination, they were an integral part of humanity's distant past. As the evidence for the existence of giants mounts, some researchers have begun to propose a radical theory that these giants were not natural, but were the result of ancient genetic experimentation. According to this theory, advanced civilizations or even extraterrestrial visitors may have altered the DNA of early humans, creating a race of giants for purposes that remain unclear. The ancient texts themselves seem to support this idea. In Sumerian mythology, the Anunnaki, a group of godlike beings, were said to have created humanity by mixing their own genetic material with that of early humans. Some interpretations suggest that the Anunnaki may have also created the giants, either as a race of superhumans meant to serve them or as a failed experiment that got out of control. Supporters of this theory point to the anomalous DNA found in the skeletal remains of giants as evidence of genetic tampering. These remains often show traits that are not found in modern humans, such as elongated skulls and unusually dense bone structures. Some researchers have conducted tests on these remains and found traces of unknown genetic markers, suggesting that these beings may not have been entirely human. Moreover, ancient depictions of giants often show them possessing unusual features, such as multiple rows of teeth or 6 fingers and toes. These anomalies, while often dismissed as artistic exaggeration, could be the result of intentional genetic modification by advanced beings. The possibility that humanity's ancestors were genetically altered raises profound questions about our origins and the role that external forces may have played in shaping our evolution. If this theory is correct, it may explain why the existence of giants has been so thoroughly suppressed. Acknowledging that such beings once walked the earth would force us to reconsider not only the timeline of human history, but also the possibility that we are not alone in the universe. Though the giants may have disappeared from the historical record, some believe that they have not vanished entirely. In recent years, reports of giant sightings have surfaced from remote regions around the world, reigniting the mystery surrounding these ancient beings. Hunters, hikers, and explorers in the mountains of Afghanistan, the jungles of South America, and the forests of North America have described encounters with massive, human-like creatures that bear striking similarities to the giants of old. In 2002, during the height of the war in Afghanistan, a U.S. Special Forces unit allegedly encountered a giant in a remote cave near Kandahar. The creature, standing over 12 feet tall and wielding a massive spear, was said to have killed one soldier before being shot down by the team. The incident, known as the Kandahar Giant, was quickly covered up by the military, and the remains of the giant were reportedly whisked away to an undisclosed location. While official sources deny the event ever occurred, multiple soldiers involved in the operation have since come forward to corroborate the story. Similar reports of giant encounters have emerged from the wilderness of the United States, particularly in the Pacific Northwest, where Native American legends speak of the Sasquatch or Bigfoot, a giant, hairy creature that roams the forests. While most dismiss these sightings as hoaxes or misidentifications, the sheer volume of reports and the consistency of the descriptions have led some to believe that a race of giants may still exist in the more remote corners of the world, hiding from modern civilization. The reawakening of the giants, if true, poses significant questions for humanity. If they have survived for millennia, where have they been hiding, and why are they returning now? Some speculate that the re-emergence of these giants may be tied to changes in the Earth's climate or magnetic field, while others believe that the giants may have been in hibernation, waiting for the right moment to reassert themselves. Whether the giants of legend are still among us or not, their story continues to captivate and intrigue. The existence of giants challenges everything we think we know about human history, and as more evidence comes to light, the possibility that these ancient beings may have played a crucial role in our past, and perhaps our future becomes harder to ignore.